Bhadram karnebhih shrunuyama devaah Bhadram pasyema akshabhiryajatraah Sthirairangai stushtvagum sastanubhih Vyasema devahitam vyadayuhu Swasti na indro vruddhasravaah Swasti na pusha vishvavedaah Swasti nastarksho arishtanemihi Swasti no bruhaspatir dadatu Om Shanti 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 Om Agnenaya Suphatharaye Asman Vishwani Deva Vayunani Vidwan Yuyodhyasmajjuhuranameno Bhuyishtham Tena Mavuktim Vidhema Om Shanti 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 Om Brahman Brahmano Brahmavachyasi Jayatama Rashtre Rajanya Shurai Shavyo Divyadhi Maharatho Jayatam Dugdri Dhenu Odhanadvana Susapti Purandhiryosha Jishnu-ratheshtha sabeyo yuvasya yajamanasya Viro jayatam nikame nikamena parjanyo varshadu phalavatyo navoshadhaya pachyantam Yogakshemo naha kalpetam Om Shanti 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 Apyayantu mamangani vakpranaschakshushrotramatho balamindriyani cha sarvani sarvam brahma upanishadam aham brahma nirakuryam mama brahma nirakarotu anirakaranamastu anirakaranam me astu tadatmani nirateya upanishatsu dharmaha te mayi samtu Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So today is a wonderful day, a Friday, and Friday Sukravaram as you call it, and this is a day when we have chosen to have some kind of Parayana and Adhyayana of one of the most important Upanishads, which goes by the name Svetasvataropanishad. Svetasvatara is a Maharishi on one hand, and if you go to take the verbal meaning or the dictionary meaning of this, it is not neither Sveta Ashva nor the donkey, but something beyond that. That's exactly what we find in this Upanishad knowledge. And moreover, a question comes, Sir, I know A, B, C, D Upanishads. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4. But why at all I should keep on studying more and more Upanishads? No, the reason is that Ya Upanishatsu dharmaha te mayi santu, because every Rishi has got something to contribute to the spiritual knowledge and physical well-being and the life prosperity by his own wisdom-ridden statements. Moreover, the wisdom comes to Maharshis not simply like that. Everybody born is having some wisdom or the other. But that wisdom, which will be standardized, which will be eternal, which will be guidance to relevant people and so on, is something really substantial and great. And that is again Govinda Prasada, Paramatma Prasada, because Goddess Saraswati is the Medha Devi, and she is also having Medha and Manisha and all that we want, because being born upon the earth is not just a work, but it is a work full of yajna, full of effort, full of nobody born on the land can afford to relax. If you relax, even relaxing itself is also a matter of relaxing. Therefore, there is a great power in the talk and in the writings and in the explanations and expositions and exegetical way of considering these truths of Paramatma. And we know it is hard for us to know how would be like the God. Who is God? G-O-D. You may be able to say, but the Paramatma, we are all Atmas. Therefore, whenever in Maharana Upanishad, elsewhere we say, Atma me sudhyantam, Antaratma me sudhyantam, Paramatma me sudhyantam. That's the first request, that there should be suddhi, cleanliness, happiness, elevation, and enthusiasm, and mood development, and all these things should be there. Therefore, we say that Atma and Jyotiraham Viraja Vipapma. So Jyoti, that is Jyoti, cannot be defiled. And therefore, that Jyoti is all Upanishads, all secret knowledge which is slowly revealed to us depending upon the person and the attitude and also the Vinayam that he seeks on. So with this kind of introduction, let us go into the Svetasvataropanishad, which is a very short Upanishad comparatively, which has got only the 6 chapters, but only 113 mantras and wisdomful statements, wherein you would see that there is something description about the Paramatma. It is hard for us to see the God. We say, Hrudde says, Arjuna Tishtami. When Krishna says like that, or even in Maharana Upanishad, he says, he is there. So Hrudde means the physical heart. If you open, you don't see God there. And beautifully, that Kamala Arora has posted in our Nada Veda group, a beautiful experience of a famous surgeon, heart surgeon, and how he is able to make the child survive. It means that she gave the idea, or here the boy gave the idea, see the God in my heart, and so on. So the God is invisible, but experienceable to all people. That is what? See, Anubhavaika Vedyam Vedyohi Paramatma. The God is under experience, but not under visualization. Under our, before our physical eye, the eye, he will not be visible at all. And even if he is visible, we don't believe also. Therefore, in the Svetasvataropanishad, the Maharshi is trying to impress upon us what could be the frame, what could be the figure, what could be the features, especially of Paramatma. And if at all Paramatma is there, what is the kind of functioning that he is endowed with is also another question. So now we are going to 6th chapter, 5th mantra, where we have got beautiful explanation, because we have almost crossed all 5 chapters of knowledge in Svetasvataropanishad, where slowly the Maharshi is introducing the wisdom into us, spiritual knowledge into us, and also the goals for us. You know, it is not simply to get educated, graduated, and earn money, marry, and build a house, an increased number of cars, and all these things is all not at all the goal. But there is something plus. Amrita bhavema. See, Amrita bhavema, we have to attempt to attain the permanence and immortality and eternality, because sarira majyam khalu dharma sadhanam. Our body is only a tool, is only a screwdriver. Screw is Paramatma. And with the kind of screwdriver, you are able to unscrew any kind of screw. Like that, here in the 5th mantra, I am just reading. Look here. Adihi sasayoga nimitta hetuhu paraha trikalat akalo vidrishtaha tam viswarupam bhavabhutamidhyam devam swachittastamapasya purvam. So, devam Swachittasthaha and Purvam Upasyaha. So here is Vishwarup. Now we have got to know that where is this great, great God whom we are always talking about whom we are talking about always. And what is that? So this particular God is not today born, is not available only today, and no, he is there since a very long time. Since a very long time, we have to know that he's an ancient God. Sanatano Devaha, that's exactly. And even in the Rig Veda, first sukta, first mandala, first mantra says that Purve bhirushibhiridya sanatanai adhunatanai anta. See, Agnimile Purohitam. So Rigveda has started the source for all these things. He says Agni is the God, and he's a fire, manifestation and energy, radiant energy, thermal power. That Agni is basically who is Agnimile? He's a Purohita. That is, he is the town planner. He's the town manager. He's the town organizer. And he is the town administrator. So he's called Purohita. He will bring gods and he will make you to worship the gods, and he will make the gods to give you rewards, and he will go away, maybe leaving the gods in your own house, so that they can constantly be guardians to you. So Purohitam, and what point I was a Purvam Devam Upasya. That word Purvam, I am going to tell you that he is not today born, he is born and he is there. But he may be born, he may not be born, depending upon our concept and thinking. If you think that God is born, he is born. Something like Swamijis, there are hundreds of Swamijis or saints and philosophers who there are hundreds of followers to them. When they go to them, they don't think that they're all born people. They simply say Guru, 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 Guru and all that. But most interesting is that we do not remember or go into the antecedents and other things of the Guru whom we approach and whom we respect. We simply bow down our head and put forth our ideas and seek guidance. Like that, we don't bother about the birth. Some people like Sai Baba and so many people are there. So, but we don't bother about them. But Purvam Devam Idyam, and that kind of Purva God, you have got Upasya. What is your work? You have got only Upasya. And what about these antecedents or qualifications or that? One, Saha Adihi, one. He is there, ancient. And secondly, Nimitta Hetuhu, Sanyoga Nimitta Hetuhu. So he is one who makes people join, who make people depart. So birth, departure, between life. Mritva punar mrithyuma padyante. So marana to marana, mrityu to mrityu, there is always the activity and life, prosperity, opportunities, and so on. So for all that, Paramatma is the cause. Sanyoga nimitta hetuho. And again, trikalad akaloyam drishtakalopi drishtaha. So he is having sattva, rajas, tamo gunas. At the same time, he is beyond all that. And again, three kalas are there: morning, afternoon, mid-noon, and then evening. So evening, there is sandhya between all these times. And so, but God is beyond all these things. He is not affected at all like Surya Bhagavan. He is causing the time differences, but he is time by himself. He is the very embodiment of time. And therefore, in Upanishad, we have got a statement, Kala Chakra Pravartaram, Surya Narayanam Bhaje. But who is this Parameswara, Parabrahma? We have got that Brahma Chakra Pravartakaha. So this is the Kala Chakra, and beyond that is called Brahma Chakra. So Kala Chakra is A, Brahma Chakra is D. So Brahma keeps on creating people, generations and generations together, and never is he tired. Brahma yena kulalavanyamite, Brahmanda bhandodare. in the Brahmanda Bhanda, in the fire pan, which you call as Brahmanda, that is the chakram, the potter's chakram, keeps on preparing the pots, matakas, of various sizes and shapes. That work continuously goes on. That's why Brahmadeva is compared to a Kulala. Kulala is a potter, is a kumbhara. So he is like that. Therefore, but Sanyoga Nimitta Hetuhu and Trikala Kalo Kalopi Drushtaha. See, he is one who is Trikala, Sanyoga, and he is the beyond Trikalas. He is a transcending the three divisions of time. That's why Pratas Sandhya, Madhyanik Sandhya, and Sayam Sandhya. But all these Sandhyas are being done for Surya Bhagavan, right in the morning. And the Surya Bhagavan is one who represents Kalas, because we do Argyam, the most important central thing in Sandhya, with water and uttering the same mantra, Gayatri mantra, Bhurbhuvasvaha Savitu. Whether it's morning or afternoon or evening, same mantra is same, but time is different. In which case, it said Atitaha. So Atita will not have any change at all. He will be common to all the three times that happen. And moreover, what about his form or frame or appearance or fashioning? Is he a goat, or is a ram, or is a man, or is a Rakshasa, or is a tree, is a river? Everything is he. That's why Vishwarupam and Bhavabhutamidhyam. So he has to be always revered by all people, whoever exists in the world. Therefore, Devatahvana, Dravyatyaga, and Rishi Prarthana or mantra, Veda mantra, they are constantly connecting you with the God. What are the points that you got connected to God? These are all things that you are connected. Because that's why whenever you sit, otherwise, say Suklam Baradharam Vishtum Sasivarnam Sarvujam Prasannavadanam Dhyaye Sarvighnopashantaye Agnaya Hevitaye Grunano Havyatataye. So whether it's Veda mantra or a Sanskrit shloka simple, it is a meeting beginning from the God, and the God will sit before you. Yes, boy, continue your message thing. I am so pleased to be with you, but you may not be able to see. So meeting chal raha hai. The moment you utter the name of take the name of the God is present. Something like an attendance register. The moment we say the name in the register, the boy gets up or the girl gets up and says, present, sir. So that is what is Paramatma. Here, so ultimately, he is very compassionate fellow. Whom you try to praise, those who are compassionate, those who are accessible, those who are able to attend to your request or need or pay attention to you. So Idyaha. And then in sixth mantra, now I go to the next mantra, because we are given the idea about the Paramatma that he is Vishwarupa, Idya, and Swachittastaha. You need not, for a time, you need not take a vehicle to go to him. He is there in you. But what is the vehicle that you to reach him? In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that Yoga Rudhaha Arjuna Bhava. See, Arudha is boarding. Yoga is a vehicle, is a craft, aircraft or whatever it is. So when once you sit into the aircraft, you are flying. When once you sit in the train, you are moving. When you sit upon the horse, you are riding. So when you sit in the boat, you are sailing. Whatever it is, you are trying to take the distance, you are cover the distances, but he is there with you alone. And having known that, next sixth sloka, although I explained the last session, still I read that for your refreshing. Savrutshakala kritivihi paraha anyaha yasmat prapanchaha parivartateyam dhamin dharmavaham papanudam bhagesham gnatva atmastham amrutam vishwadhama. So how much confidence and belief and faith is being infused or injected into our head, into our system, when the sloka tells that you have to pick up faith. I don't believe in God. It's so easy to say because you're a hopeless fellow. But when you say, when you have some kind of stock of knowledge, oh, God is great. Oh, God is impossible. He is helping me. He's not visible, but still he is giving me all comfort. If you go to an office, if your file is ready, if that answer is there given by the clerk, what is that? Oh, my God. See, the person, the case worker was there. He did my job. I got my certificate. I am happy. What is that happening? So God is working through the mind. Sankha chakra gadadharaha parameswaraha sakshat na pratyakshi bhavati anta Vedanta. Sankha chakra ella itkundu Paramatma won't appear before you. Hey, look at me, I am Narayana. No. But buddhi rupena prachodayati. How is he becoming invisible to you? Through directing the intelligence or favorable mind into those people who want to help you. Hey, I was very much able to get it because the God goes before you, sits in his head, makes him work out whatever should be worked out and keeps the thing ready. Therefore, here, and moreover, anyaha paraha vrutshakala akritivihi. So in the form of a tree, in the form of a time, he always is active and energetic. And paraha, he is not catchable to anybody. Paraha means he is not catchable, but still visible. It's something like in earlier days in India, on ambassador car backside, they used to put a caption, "Catch me if you can." So catch me if you can means that you must also go in keep with the speed of the ambassador car. And also so many meanings would be able to get from that, like that. And moreover, why you consider him as para? Para means a supervisor. He is supervising, he is present, but he's not present with all people. And everything goes to his knowledge. Something like the vigilance camera kept by the owner of the office. He will not go to every section in his shop, but he will sit there at one stationarily, one place, but looking at the camera, and you will know who came, what they are purchasing, every knowledge goes to his notice. That's exactly how even Paramatma also is Paraha, supervisor, transcendental fellow. Because, and not only that, what's going on? Prapanchaha parivartate yasmatu. The prapancha, the panchabhutas are working. There is no kind of cessation or laziness among the panchabhutas. That is Prithvi, Apu, Teja, Vayu, Akasha, they are all going on. Somebody suddenly says a false news that the waves in the ocean in Kerala somewhere stopped. Impossible. Just to tickle you, they may say that, how can the waves in the ocean stop? No, the ocean can never stand still. So the ocean cannot be stand still because the Prakriti is going on, listening to the Prakriti, and it's only man who will swerve, but not the nature. Nature will always work what it should do. Something like the poison, Visham. See, even Shiva drinking Visham did not spare him. He became Nilakantha. He was beautiful neck fellow, Siddhikantha, but when he just arrested the poison in his neck, throat, he became Siddhikantha. Like that, the parivartana is there, the prapancha is going on, working all time. Whether A exists or B dies, no matter. Charmeva magumsi. In Saurasuktam, we come across beautiful subhashitam with respect to Surya Bhagavan. Just like the skin in our body covers the entire content of our body, flesh, blood, nerves, etc. And you don't see anything of that because the charma is opaque. And there is inner charma also. So that is how the whole soul is being protected in our body inside, and how everything remains intact. How? In the same manner, Surya Bhagavan also is spreading his light and luster and radiance at all corners of the world, and he is not at all bothered. Anything that happening in the world, people are dying, people are born, people are suffering, all things are taking place in the world, but is sun affected? No. Is Agni affected? No. Is God affected? No. But they are all the watcher, watching all of us. Adrinda prapanchaha parivartate. The Panchabhutas are constantly working. And again, who is this Paramatma? What is his duty? What is his job? One, dharma viham, dharma vaham. He has to provide dharma. Dharma means energy. Dharma is strength. Dharma is activity. Dharma is life. So, if there is no heat at all in the world, nobody can survive. So, that heat enough or more or less will be there. For example, in our human body, we have temperature, we have fire in our body, and that has to be maintained 98.4 degrees temperature. If it is more, problem. If it is less, problem. So long 98 degrees 0.4 is maintained, you are said to be healthy. Oh, your temperature is all right. Heartbeats are all right. You are all right. Anything different, the doctor will come into operation. So like that, dharma, vaham. Dharma is also health. So he is the one who sustains and maintains your health. That is what is Paramatma. Unless the Paramatma Anugraha is there, you cannot enjoy good health. So good health also, you say, that's why in Narayaniyam, there is a beautiful prayer. Asmin paratman nanupadma kalpe tumitta mittha pitapadma yonihi ananta bhuma mamarogarasim nirundhi vatalayavasa Vishnu rogarasim nirundhi. So in order that he has to stop the rogarasi or the illness or death or a birth or like that, who is responsible? The Paramatma, Ishvara is responsible. And in order to do that kind of maintenance of dharma, what is that? There's so much of contamination. There is so much of infection, known and unknown. Symptomatic and asymptomatic diseases are there. And you may be able to touch or know quickly the symptomatic diseases, but it is hard for us to know asymptomatic diseases. So, and that's why danger. Cancer is one, asymptomatic one. People neglect. They don't know that they have got this kind of problem, Vishajvara. Only when it goes to 4th stage or so, impossible to any controlling, people realize it. No, that's why he is called Papanudam. Papa is symptom, Papa is sin, Papa is problem, Papa is infection, Papa is unhappiness, Papa is grief. And that kind of grief is being removed away. That's why, for example, in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Masmagam appartha daurbalyam. And he says that, so you don't get on to the chudram hrudaya daurbalyam chektva uttishtaka. So, ಈ ಹೃದಯ ದೌರ್ಬಲ್ಯ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಇದು chudram, ನೀಚವಾದದ್ದು. It will not make you any way bettered. It will only batter you, but not better you. ಅದರಿಂದ ಅಕ್ಷುದ್ರಂ ಹೃದಯ ದೌರ್ಬಲ್ಯಂ chektva uttishtha Bharata. So Paramatma, Krishna Paramatma or higher Paramatma is there to try to push away. Nuda is to push. So he will push away whatever fear, whatever grief, whatever moha is there, all that has got to be relieved. Therefore, nashto moha smurtir labdhaha tat prasadar janardana. You understand? The papanudam is prasadam. So if he is able to drive away the sin in us, it is a matter of prasadam. And moreover, bhagesham. Bhaga is the fortune. So he is the fortune provider. Bhaga is the health. And he is the provider of the health. So and he is the Lord. Unless he agrees, he will not be free from problems, health problems, or mental problems, or spiritual problems. What is a spiritual problem? Doubts. So unless the samsayatma vinasyati, Krishna says, don't keep doubts in you. Ask A, B, C, D. That's exactly what Arjuna does to Krishna, and therefore there are 54 slokas of doubts and talk by Arjuna, 47 slokas by Sanjaya, and 534 slokas of advice and grief remover by Krishna. Therefore, you have got 700 odd slokas in Bhagavad Gita. That's Gita is Upanishad. Bhagesham, I hope you understood, is a Bhagaisha. He is having all solutions. All solutions are with Narayana, and he is Bhagesha, and so you have to remember him. So when Natva Atmastam Vishwadhama, and moreover you ask me, oh, is he only in Vaikuntha? Is Narayana in Vaikuntha? Is Shiva in Kailasa? No, he is calling Vishwadhama. He is present any and everywhere. He is present any and everywhere. You need not search for him. He will search for you. That's exactly what we see the implication in the word, in the prayer we make to Venkatramana, Muchukunda Varada Govinda, Govinda. So because because Vishnu is a Govinda, he is a Muchukunda Varada, because Muchukunda was only a king, but he was in Dhyanam. But Krishna ran up to him and then gave him moksham. So it is easy for gods to come to us rather than we go in search of the gods. That's really important. So in order to make the gods to come in search of you, you have to work on spiritually. So because his residence is not different, he is not definite. In Saura Suktam of the Rig Veda, it is said Surya Bhagavan has no native place. So anywhere he is there, that is his native place. So we have got a mantra where it is said that Surya Bhagavan is universal. He doesn't claim, but we all claim. Where from you came? Where are you from? Who is to what caste? All those details are available only to the people who are born. But the Ishwaras trying to control the birth and death and operate and manage and supervise, they are neutral. Something like you park your car in neutral when signal is there, waiting for the green signal to come. So he is said to be Anta Paramatmananu Gnatva Vishwadhama. What is the advantage for you? Amrutam Bhavati. You are going to be immortal. You will be permanent. Where immortal? Not upon the ground. You cannot hold your body beyond level. You cannot aspire that my body should be there upon the earth. No, the body is called Sarira. It is called Kalebara. It is called Vapuhu. Because each word in Sanskrit has got signification to tell you. When you say the word Vapuhu, means beautiful. How long it is beautiful? Little time. When you are youthful, it may be beautiful. Afterwards, the skin will have loose. Skin becomes loose. Eye loses the sight power. Ear loses the auditory power. So that kind of sisyata iti sariram. The body will keep on decreasing in its own faculties, and so it becomes not helpful to you. Therefore, sariram and kalebaram. You see, kalebaram is again another. So when you look at these words, you understand they are not. So don't aspire to continue to live upon the earth for a very long time. But live. Dirghayitvam chamena mitram chame bhayam chame. So when you are granted dirghayitu, what you want next is anamitram. You must have all friends. And after having number of friends, in your Indian breakup, abhayam chame, bhaya andre roga. Abhaya andre roga rahitatvam. Should be free from ailments or chronic complaints. See that your body remains healthy, workable, and active. Therefore, amrutam anta heltare. Now I am going to the second. I can keep on talking one sloka for more time, but I hope it is quite enough. Now let's go to the 7th mantra. There are only 13 or something mantras in this last chapter, the concluding chapter of Svetasvataropanishad, after which I want to get on to the Aittariya Upanishad, where you get again the original secrets that Aittariya Maharishi, who belongs to Rigvedic sense, the original, there you get so many beautiful ideas. So this is all adding. I want to make these Friday classes to be Upanishadic classes, where we want Medha and Manisha, where we want knowledge, spiritual knowledge, and wisdom attached to that. Therefore, let us go on. This is exactly the contribution planned by our Adhyayana Kendra, started 28 years back. It is getting on to the 29th year. And Veda Ganga, 28th volume is out almost. You can have that copy very soon once the hard copies are done. Now I am reading the 7th mantra. Tamishwaranam paramam maheshwaram tam devanam paramam cha daivatam patim patinam paramam parastatu vidama devam bhavanesha medium. So look at the verbs that are employed by our Svetasvatara Maharshi, that when God exactly exists in your mind, what is the work you have got to pursue? Now, in the previous sloka, 6th mantra, you have noted the verb Gnatva Devam is the one mantra. And in the 5th mantra, Atmastham, Chittastham Devam, Bhajema. So you observe the verbs which are used. But here, Vidama. Vidama means realize, know. You should know the Paramatma. What is the meaning of knowledge? Know means knowledge. Knowledge is gain. Ignorance is danger. No knowledge is possible to harm you. If you have knowledge, you can always get rid of the dangers. Gottilla, I don't know, is not the approved answer for all things. People say there is, because God has given us common sense. God has given scope to learn all time. Therefore, Vidama, you have to know that you should realize. Vidama means you should realize the Paramatma is there. What is that? He is taken to be Ishwaranam Paramam. He is the supreme to all governors. Thereby, he is called as the governor of governors. He is the presiding officer, president. Paramam Ishwaranam. And ultimately, what is the equality? What is the ultimately one word designation for the Paramatma? He is called as Maheshwaram. So he is a Mahan Ishwaraha. He has almost all powers endowed in him. There is no power not present in Paramatma. So he is called as the chief controlling officer of all the controllers in the world. There are administrators all over the globe at different places to see that the prapancha vyavahara and vyapara keeps going, moving. Secondly, tam devanam paramam cha devadaivatam. So the word deva means brilliant, shining, constantly glowing. So there are all gods are constantly present. But all gods are there in all 10 directions. So that's why in Sandhya Vandanam, we start making namaskara to gods present in the east, south, west, north, and corners of the directions. Om Namah Pratyai Diseyascha Devata Etasyam Prativasanti Yetabhyascha Namo Namaha. So that's why, because we make namaskara to individual gods present in the very direction, and at the same time to the super lord of all the, or controller of all these gods. Therefore, and what about Patim Patinam? Pati is the protector. Father is Pati, protector. Mother is the nurse. Both put together bring the psychology of the child and prosperity of the child, guidance to the child would be complete. Amma illa, appa illa, amma idare, appa idare. Look at the difference of the children. So the children will have harmonious psychological put up when they have both parents and care. Parents grandparents care or relatives care, etc. Therefore, he is called Patim Patinam and Paramam Parastatu. Whatever you consider superior, this God, Paramatma, Ishvara, is superior than the superior ones. So, you have to not stop with knowing the super things, but you should go to know the super things. So if a performance is good, super, you say. But there is another performance, oh, super, 2 times you say. Like that, here also the Paramatma or Maheshwara is Parastat. And moreover, why Parastat means lokas. We are all told, Nandan, there are 14 bhuvanas, 7 loka, sapta lokaha, chaturdasha bhavanaha. So here we say that bhuvana is chaturdasha, 14 bhuvanas are there, and he is the overlord, manager, controller, observer, protector, sustainer, and all that. Therefore, he gives the designation as Bhuvaneshaha. And all there also he is Ishvara, Devam. And what is that? Idyam Vidama. That you have to underline with red ink. See, you only think of those people who are compassionate, who are accessible to you, who are not very much proud. That's why it's always said that you should approach those people who can oblige you, who are compassionate. If they are not able to help you, no matter. But the approaching such people is really noble. But if you approach ignoble people, then it will be creditable. That's why Krishna Kalidasa in Meghasandesha says, Yanchana mogho varam adhigune nadhame labdhakama. Adhiguna. Paramatma has got adhiguna. You perform Satyanarayana Puja for some purpose. He may not immediately grant you, but after repeating the puja a certain number of times, he will grant your wish. What does it mean? It means that because we are born, we have so many doshas in us. We have so much of hurdles, and all doshas have got to be cleared off. When once dosha nivarana takes place, then the siddhi will automatically follow. Therefore, he says, Idyam Vidama Devam. You should only think of that particular God who is Idya, who is compassionate, who is accessible to you. Non-accessible people, how do you approach? No use. They may be great. For example, there are some great people or rich people who build their houses in Bangalore or elsewhere in a site called 70-120 site at the middle. And there's a gate and all bandobast, but they don't have a bell at the gate fixed. So how could you reach the people inside? Forget about the phone. So you stand there, keep on hitting the thatch of the gate, but it will not reach the sound. No, they are not really available for your emergency. But those people, good people, who keep bell for their door, gate door, then they will come and bell it. So then you come and open, because you may be having dogs or some other problem inside. So that's how Idyam means accessible, Vidama. So you should only think of Idya Devatas. Anidya Devata, there are no Anidya Devatas at all. You can't call them Devata when they are Anidyas. When they are Idyas, they are called gods. I hope you understood. So the Paramatma, slowly the Rishi is describing the power, eligibility, adaptability, accessibility, and availability of Paramatma, whom you have to always think of it and approach. And you should know that who is Paramatma? Idyaha Devaha Paramatma. Tat Sat Tam Paramatmanam Vayam vidama. Understand? This is how the definition goes. And the next sloka, number 8, you see another beautiful description. So lords are there. For example, Vaivasvata, Yama, and others, they're all lords, Yamadeva. No, Yama is there. But if you make prayer to Yama, Yama will be kind to you. That is, you can postpone your life. That's why every day, whenever you take food, you should remember Yama. Chitraya namaha, Chitraguptaya namaha, Yamaya namaha. So Yamaya namaha, Sarvabhutebhyaha namaha. So, ee tarha ankond bidre, Yama is one fellow, Vaiswanara is and Vaivasvata, Manu is one thing. And who are gods? The Devam, Indra, Agni, Vayu, and Varuna, Surya, all these are gods. And who are the patis? No, I'm talking about Ishvara, lords, and Deva, the gods, and patis are the rulers. Who are the patis? Prajapati is that. He has got, the name tells you, he is the lord of the people. And Prajapati is the chairman of the Department of Creation in the universe. There are 12 administrators and workers and helpers, assistants to Prajapati, because Prajapati is chief, final fellow, something like the chief surgeon or chief physician, or anybody like that, a director. That's why, so you understand, there are lords, there are gods, there are rulers, but all of them are idiyas, and so you should know this kind of division among the administrative hierarchy of the divine people. Next, I'm talking about the 8th mantra. I'm repeating 2 times and for your convenience, and hope you have got text on you. Natasya karyam karanam cha vidyate natasmat natatsamaha abhyadikascha drishyate parasya sektihi vividhaiva shruyate swabhavaki ಜ್ಞಾನ ಬಲಕ್ರಿಯಾಚ. ಎಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ ನೋಡಿ ಗೋಪಿಚಂದ್ ಅವರೇ, ಯು ಆರ್ ದೇರ್. All your questions will be solved regarding the Paramatma. And Upanishad Karya, whether Krishna speaks or Svetasvara speaks, 1 minute. So, I'm just got a call. But what is Paramatma? What is his duty? ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾನೆ ಪರಮಾತ್ಮ ಅಂತ ನಮ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಅವನಲ್ಲಿ ಇಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟೀಸು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಇರಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಕ್ಯಾ ಕರ್ ರಹಾ ಹೈ ಹಮಾರಾ ಭಗವಾನ್ is a question, and that is being answered by our Rishi here in this sloka. He says that tasya paramatmanaha maheswarasya karyam karanam na vidyate. There is nothing that he has got to do. There is nothing that he has got to urge. Everything is beyond karya and karana. Karya is the project, karana is the execution. We have got projects and projects. We have got titles and titles of the various topics. But you have got to undertake the completion of the project or work of and procedure in that. But Paramatma is not at all connected to this. He is just mute, silent, and inactive. Also, is there any second person equal to that Paramatma? Na tat samaha. There is nobody who can equal to Paramatma. And adhikascha, there is nobody who can supersede him and say that I am this. So we cannot observe. That's exactly. See, in Christianity, we have, I think you must be knowing, paradise lost, paradise gained, Again, two great epics and poems in English literature, written by a great epic poet by name Milton. So Paradise Lost, Paradise Gained. So forget about all that, but I just remember one point which was a prescribed text for us in my BSc English study. There, what was the idea of Saturn? Saturn wanted to supersede the God. He doesn't want to be next to God. He was given the position to be next to God, but he became so greedy, something like a minister who want to become a king, and he doesn't want the second person to be there. So even Bharat also lost freedom because of that kind of people, satanic people. That is, they are not satisfied with the highest positions which they are given, but they want to conquer even the highest and highest. That makes them really fall totally down the patala. So the Saturn was pushed down. Saturn was pushed down for 9 days and nights, and he was brought back to the earth because he wanted to be God by himself. That's what I realized. Milton beautifully describes it. See, Saturn has been given all that privileges, but he was not satisfied with the privileges provided. He wanted to be the God himself. So he was pushed down. That's why, a beautiful idea. That idea I get when you say that, Natasya karyam karanam, karyam karanam cha vidyate, samaha adhikascha drishyate. So the idea that I want to be equal to God, or I want to supersede the power of the gods, is impossible. And again, I'll tell you, a surgeon, a heart surgeon for 65 years has been operating and curing and all that. So when a patient came at his 61 year, Abdul Kalam puts it, you please go through that particular video which Kamala Arora posted. Ultimately, in this operation theater, he believed the God who is there more responsible, powerful than a bigger surgeon. So he put a God's photograph in the theater, and after that baby was survived or brought back to life, he always made namaskara to the Paramatma and then pointed. So you observe that kind of a superseding idea. No, you have got to do it. Therefore, anatha samaha cha abhyadikascha drishyate, and para asya shakti, the Paramatma Shakti is impossible, and it is always beyond, but it is being shown, seen in different manifestational features. And Swabhavaki Gnanam Avaloka Kriya. So this is what is the Paramatma. It is called Swabhavaki. It is just the nature. It is the nature of that. And Gnana Bala Kriya cha. It's a Gnana Bala Kriya. Gnana Kriya, Gnana Bala, and Gnana. So Gnana Bala Kriya. Split that word and get the concept how it is like. So Gnana Bala Kriya cha Swabhavika. So Paramatmanige Swabhava yenu. What is the nature of God? The nature of God is knowledge. Nature of God is strength. And nature of the God is action. So knowledge, power, then action. If these three things are clubbed in an individual, he will be always a star. He will be always very well appreciated. Such a beautiful statement. Therefore, who is Paramatma? Paramatma is always neutral. He will not much bother. So his knowledge, strength, and action are described as inherent in him. So they are swabhavika. Swabhavika means inherent. You need that what is nature is always expressed. What is not in nature is not expressed. That's why they say that swabhavo duratikramaha. You cannot supersede the nature of people. For example, the nature of a scorpion, the nature of a serpent, the nature of a lion or a tiger, we know that. And it is hard for us to get rid of that kind, even for human beings. So you can become a bad fellow, good fellow or something, but nature is always operative. Swabhaviki dharma. Swabhava is the dharma, and that swabhava dharma, nobody can transcend it. But one will automatically execute that. So, in other words, summarily to say, for God, there is nothing to achieve, and there is nothing, he is not an instrument for any action, and there is no equal to him, superior to him. He is the all-alone power, and he is but available in various kinds. His knowledge, strength, and action are inherent in him. You cannot take it out because it is Swabhavam. I think I'll stop here today at the slokam, and we'll continue next. Om Swasti Sarvam Sri Krishnarpanamastu. Sahana Vavatu.
Nau Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Sri Krishna Arpanamastu. Veda Purusha Shirvadostu. Yes, sir. Thank you, brother.
So how that? We are now getting to knowledge about God.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We are trying to know the CV of God.
Yes, exactly, sir. When we, in spite of this detailed listening, sir, when you go back to Padavibhaga, I mean, it becomes difficult to take a summary, but at least Padavibhaga, we are so ensured with your treatise given, sir. At least we can make an attempt. This is what, I mean, at least we can make an attempt. Otherwise, in making an attempt to know, even to after a Padavibhaga, knowingly well Sanskrit was difficult to get the summary. So you are able to give Padavibhaga, the summary, then relation to so many other disciplines of life, modern life. I mean,
it's because modern life is misunderstood.
Yes, sir.
Modern life is a swabhava. And that has got to be understood, and so we'll be comfortable.
Sir, bonus, sir, 14 bonus, nange jasti gothirilla. Idiom vidama bala chanagi namge manadattaga bantu sir ivattu heliddu. Gurule, we needed 14 bonus and 7 lokas. So what are bonus, sir?
Bhuvanas are bigger worlds. Horizons. How many horizons are there?
Horizons. Right, sir. Okay.
How many horizons are there?
Yes, yes.
And in each horizon, I think there are astro bodies.
Okay. Okay.
So not what you see is only one ultimate. But if you go into details, you will be landing in so many things. Therefore, Chaturdasha Bhuvanaha, 14 Bhuvanas are there. We have got names of them. And Sapta Lokas are there. We have got names for them.
So Chaturdasha Bhuvanaha, Andam, Dashagunatottaram, Cha Avaranam. There is one Bhashakar again, Sotra is there, sir. I will send the text. Yes, yes. Exactly. Now I understand. Because,
see, there is always the compound wall. There's always door. For example, Venkatramana Swami has got 7 doors. Saptadvarati. Unless you could go through the 7 doors, Paramatma is not visible. Vaikuntha.
Yes, sir.
So that's why sometimes darshan, they stop at 3rd door and give darshan to people. In Tirumala.
Yes, sir.
All people are not allowed to go to sanctum sanctorium, is it not?
Yes, sir.
Depending upon the time and other considerations, there will be that kind of controlling the door, the vicinity for the God. Chanagide, happy. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you, sir.
Any question?
Guruji, one question.
Yes.
Before we started the talk, you were explaining something about Atma, Paramatma, and Antaratma. I did not understand how 3 are different or how 3 are connected. Atma, Antaratma, and Paramatma.
They're all connected and independent, and each one is pushing the other for our behavior and prosperity. Atma is Sharira, Antaratma is Paramatma. He is the inner one, governor, who will be controlling all our activity and prosperity and etc. And Paramatma is one who is supervising all the beings at all times. I think so. See,
So Antaratma is in everybody.
in everybody, but people deceive that and do actions. The killer, he is deceiving his own Antaratma, but doing the action with his Atma. See, we do sins, we do mistakes, that means we have got two things: intuition and intuition and also instinct. Man has both instinct and intuition. Animal has no intuition, it has only instinct. Therefore, the animals don't grow. They will just go by the instinct. That's why, see, man is perpendicular to the ground. Animal is horizontal to the ground.
Horizontal.
So when you are horizontal to the ground, there is no growth of intelligence and activity, limited. When you are perpendicular to the earth, then there is no limit at all for your intelligence.
Okay,
You are
just
able
like
to design
serpent
an
also.
aircraft, you are able to design a boat, a steamer, etc. So much advancement technologically and etc. Why? Because intelligence cannot beat. And you always go after the seeking intelligence, more and more intelligence, is it not?
Yes, sir.
If you have, that's why so many companies have come, so many things have come, so many gadgets have come. Especially in America, what good available 2 years back is not available now. There is so much of replacement and technology and all that. That's why you cannot beat intelligence. And you go after the artificial intelligence, is it not?
Right.
Therefore,
Thank
Atma,
you.
Antaratma, they are the two available things for human beings. And Paramatma is there to operate. That's why, but Atma, Antaratma and Paramatma, they're all light candles of hope and work. Jyoti. So Atma Jyoti, Antaratma Jyoti and Paramatma Jyoti, is it not?
Yes, sir.
So when you consider that it is a Jyoti, you cannot put out. If you put out, you suffer.
Right.
So because we want light always, is it not?
Yes, sir.
So thank you. Because all our Upanishads are trying to elevate our mind, are not making our mind to fall down or drip down. It is easy for the mind to drip down and think that the whole world has fallen upon them and they are responsible for that. But it is really a work and activity and push. If you think that nothing happened, I can do it.
Yes.
So that kind of fillip is being supplied by our rishis constantly, right from Vedic times down the literature. But unless you approach them, nobody can treat you, is it not?
Yes.
So that's why we are all starting this, because unless we talk about them, interested people will be able to catch and make hay out of it. If not, they will remain like that only, in the same level, no growth.
No growth.
But growth
right.
is human being, is it not?
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
If you are
Thank
more
you,
and more
Guruji.
intelligent and by finding out and innovative, then people love you. I think so much. It's a really a difficult question, but you have got answer. But
Yes, I got it.
So this is how the whole show goes, like, is it not?
Right.
Thank you. You are attaching yourself and trying to find some kind of relief and elevation in your thinking, and depression is removed.
Yes, absolutely. I'm enjoying and I'm learning also, and it's a lot of things. Yesterday night, I was just thinking that there are so many things. Like I was looking at the website, the volume and all, it is like 200 pages. And I was thinking in the night, how will I even be able to understand and read also?
You will not do it.
So much to read and understand and to like.
And not necessary also. You see, when you open website, there are 10,000 pages. Can you go through 10,000 pages, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that? No, you just open one and look at it and then summarize. Something like cooking your rice. You just test one small seed. If it is soft, oh, annam ready. Then
So I was looking at Narsima, that Scrotram, so which was good.
So I think that's how we have to get on, because time is little. Akalascha swalpaha, bahavascha vighnaha, many more impediments and disturbances are there. So that sarabhutam parimargitaviyam, we have to only catch hold of the essence quickly.
Essence.
So catching the essence also, Krishna in Bhagavad Gita gives you Nashto moha smrutir labdha tat prasadat janardhan. So moha, smruti, and all this is chasing us. And we should try to find some solution to reduce it, not cancel it.
Cancel is impossible.
So not cancelling, at least reduce the size of it and then be comfortable.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So all painkillers don't remove your pain constantly, is it not?
Yeah, they just push it.
So they postpone your pain.
Yeah, push it to later, not now.
So that is how the life goes like. But Paramatma is one who can erase totally. Nirundhi means put a stop to that.
Yes.
So it is called like disease and disease. I told you, yes and C. So disease is death. Disease is roga, is the problem. Okay, madam, we'll go to the Bhagavad Gita class.
Thank you, Guruji.
Sir, I will share Vedant Deshikar's Bhugodana where this 14 bonas is all explained. Also, sir, I will try to copy a text and meaning also. Thank you, sir.
Beautiful, because we want, because in Puranas, our rishis have explored any and everything.
Yes, sir.
For the benefit of mankind who are seeking such type of knowledge.
Well, thank you, sir. I think it's late for your class also, sir. Yes. I will try to join for half an hour. Thank you, sir. Namaskar. Namaskar.
Yeah, next we have got in about 20, not half an hour.
Yes, sir. So, such a tight schedule for you, sir. No,
okay, no, I don't compel anybody. It's all voluntary.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Because recording will be there. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Guruji.
Harivam, namaste, Guruji.
Namaste.
ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇದೆ ಗುರುಜಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಊರಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ನಟ್ ಸಿಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ.
ಯಾವಾಗ ಬರ್ತೀರಾ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿಗೆ? ಮತ್ತೆ
ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿಗೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು 20 days ಆಗತ್ತೆ ಗುರುಜಿ. ಬರ್ರಿ,
ಬಂದಾಗ ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ಮನೆಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. Whenever possible, you are welcome.
Thank you, sir.
So Nandan, you can visit sometime. Homa will be there and you can attend the homas. Thank you. We'll just meet again.